looking good out here. Looking good out here. Good to see y'all all. Long welcome. Happy Sabbath once again. For those who don't know, we are A.O.I, the Awakening of Israel. And we are out here for our people, God's chosen people, the Israelites of the Bible, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are God's chosen people. And we are out here on the Sabbath, rain, sleet, and snow for our people, to wake them up in these last days, to let them know what is going on. Because the TV and the media is not going to let you know what's going on. They're going to try their damnedest to keep you in sleep, keep you in sin. God is not for everyone. He is for his elect people. The same folks that he came to rescue out of Egypt. Those are the same folks that we are here for today in America, Babylon the Great. So we're going to be talking about how you can get back to the kingdom, back to your royal status, back to your glory, by putting in work. You got to put in work for the Most High God. Christian church and all the other churches that you've been involved in all your life will tell you all you got to do is have faith. But the Lord will tell you otherwise. Then you know what? That you got to put in work and have faith. You got to have faith in the Lord and put in work. Faith without works is dead. That's a well-known scripture. Letting you know that you got to put in work. You can't just hope and pray and think that things are going to fall in your lap. Nothing happens that way. If you want to get in shape, you got to exercise. You got to put in the diligent research in order to do so. Find out what works and what doesn't work. Nothing happens without any work being done. Shalom, my brother. Good to see you. Right now, I'm going to turn the mic over to my brother Eric, and he's going to break down how we can't be lazy in these last days. We got to put in work. We can't be slothful. We got to put in work. So I'm going to hand it off to this mighty brother.
All right, hello, Israel. Today we're going to be talking about the good and slothful. We're going to start it off with Sirach 32, 14 through 15. The good and slothful servant.
All right. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 32, verse 14, and it reads, "Whosoever feareth the Lord will receive his discipline, and they that seek him early shall find favor. He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith, but the hypocrite will be offended thereat."
Right. He who fears the Lord will receive him early, meaning he who fears the Lord, God will be there with him.
That's right.
How do you fear the Lord? Fear the Lord by keeping his commandments.
That's right.
In order to receive God's favor, you will have to fear God by keeping his commandments. He's not going to show you favor without keeping his commandments. People want favor and doing nothing God said and wonder why they in the position that they in. And the answer is in the Bible. You have to fear him and keep his commandments.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction."
And a fool will despise wisdom and instruction. Instructions are to keep God's commandments.
That's right.
And fear God. Proverbs 13.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 4. "The soul of the sluggard desire and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat." I'll read it one more time. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 4. "The soul of the sluggard desire and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat."
It said the soul of the diligent can be made fat, meaning the soul of the ones that are keeping the commandment will live forever.
That's right.
Everybody should want to live forever. It's not a hard thing to keep God's commandments. All throughout the Bible, it goes right back to keeping his commandments. It says keep the commandments and live.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 2. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye.
God said, keep his law as the apple of your eye. Meaning that's the only thing you should be concentrating on. That's the only thing we should be concentrating on as Israelites. One of the reasons we're in the position that we're in right now is due to us not keeping God's law. That's right. He told us what would happen if we kept his law, and he said what was going to happen if we didn't keep his law. You look at the position we're in, you can tell that we haven't been keeping his law. That's right. We're at the bottom of society, everybody ruling over us, everybody on the top of us. And it's been like that as long as you can remember. As long as I can remember.
Let me read Proverbs 13 and 4 again. The soul of the sluggard desireth and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. So the soul of the one who lazy is going to have nothing, even though they want all these things in life. I want to be on top. I want to have this big house. I want to have this car. I want to have this. I want to have that. If you're not putting in any work, you're not going to have it. It's not going to just fall out the sky. Even though they say here in Babylon the Great, the land of the free, it's the land of opportunity. It's a land of opportunity for a reason. You got to put in work to get anywhere. It's still not just going to fall in your hand. So it's saying, what? The soul of the sluggard desire but have nothing. Because you can wish and want and dream of all these different things, but if you ain't putting in the work, you'll have nothing. But it says, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. The ones who putting in work, when you put in the work for the Most High God, He's going to bless you. He's going to reward you over and exceedingly abundantly when you put in work. It's no different than any other thing that you do in life. You know, put in work, you're going to be rewarded. But when you put in no work, you'll receive poverty. You'll have nothing. Stand on the bottom. You got to have faith and you got to put in work. Go ahead.
Get Proverbs 20 and 4.
All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 4. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg and harvest and have nothing. Go ahead.
This basically going to making excuses. Why you can't do this? Why you can't do that? Thinking of everything in the world, not to wear your friend, not to convert once you heard the truth. That's right. Stuck in your old ways, not willing to change. You have to be willing to change, because if you stay the same, you're going to get the same condemnation that the other nation going to get in the end. You got to change. You got to convert. The word convert means to be changed.
That's right.
Stop doing what you've been doing and try something new. What we've been doing ain't been working. Proverbs 6.
All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. It says, go to the ant. You can look at the ant 24/7. Every day of the year. The ant is putting in work. Not for himself, not just for his family, but for his nation, for those who he dwells with. The ant goes to work every season, every day, regardless. Rain, sleet, or snow. Building for his family, for his nation. You step in the ant bed, are they complaining? Are they laying down? Now they get to work as soon as it's stepped on, rebuilding. We've been stepped on and trodden down as a nation of people. That's why we out here just like the ant to rebuild immediately. We've been stepped on for too long. You need to realize what's going on, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are God's chosen people. You're on the bottom of society because you were disobedient in keeping his commandment. Though you were chosen, though you are a special people, you are on the bottom of society, being trodden down, stepped on a constant. It's time you go to the ant and put in work to start to rebuild your nation. Stop shaking your head, sucking your teeth, saying this generation ain't getting no better. Put in some work. Rebuild your nation. The Bible tell you to go to the ant. Let me read it again for you. Proverbs 6:6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which, having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. So the ant don't have nobody standing over his shoulder saying, did you clean your room? Did you set your alarm? Did you read your chapter? Did you watch the video? Are you keeping the commandments? The ant don't have nobody standing over his shoulder. He putting in work. It's in their DNA. It's in their instinct. Without having to be told, they go and provide meat for their family, for their nation. Putting in work 24/7. That's how we got to be as Israelites, as God's chosen people in these last days. Waking up out our deep sleep, stop being disobedient, trying to walk in the ways of this world, and come back to who we are. Go ahead, brother. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 10. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant. But I am of slow speech, and of a slow tongue. And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth, or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, the Lord? Now therefore go, and will be with thy mouth, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what to say, what thou shalt say. Excuse me.
Basically, right here, this is when God told Moses to go teach the people, and he felt like he didn't have it in him to teach because he said he was slow in tongue. And God asked him, who made our mouth?
That's
Basically,
right.
God told him, have I not made your mouth, your tongue? And he was saying that if I have made these things, basically I got your back. Do what I told you to do.
That's right.
And I'm not going to let you fail. So that's the same way we have to think. Feeling like you can't do this, you can't do that. But things that are pertaining to what God wants us to do, we have to always know that God is not going to let us fail. As long as we doing what he told us to do.
Bring it out.
He's not going to let you fail.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Lord said, woe to the faint-hearted, he that believeth not, he shall not be defended. Woe means destruction.
That's right.
Destruction to he that don't believe. God said, you don't believe, he's not going to defend you. You don't have that shield around you.
That's right.
You do, if you believe and keep the commandment, God basically said he's going to protect you. He does wrap a shield around you to keep you from evil or hurt or harm. But like he said, woe, read one more time.
Sirach, chapter 2, verse 13. Woe unto them that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Destruction to he who are faint-hearted, that don't believe. God ain't going to have your back.
That's right.
You out here by yourself.
Precept, Sirach 33:1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord, but in temptation, even again, he will deliver him.
No evil shall happen to he that feareth the Lord. Like we said, how do you fear the Lord? You fear the Lord by keeping his commandments.
That's right.
Fear the Lord by keeping his commandments. We're going to get it right here.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
And right, fools despise wisdom and instruction.
So what the brother bringing out is that you would be a fool to despise keeping God's laws. He just told you in Sirach that if you don't keep his commandments, you will not be defended. We just read in Sirach 33 that no evil shall come to those who keep God's commandments. That fear the Lord shall no evil happen to them. Think about this. I run the risk of living your life not being protected by the one who created all things, evil and good in this world. The one who has the power to destroy the body and the soul. Why would you not want to fear the Lord or keep his commandments? Why would you continue to want to live life the way you've been living and knowing it ain't got you where you need to be? You see your people and your family destroyed, your nation destroyed. Why would you not want to turn around and keep God's commandments? Knowing that that is the answer, that's the truth, that's your protection. Understand that. Go ahead, bro. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 22, verse 1. A slothful man is compared to a filthy stone, and everyone will hiss him out to his disgrace. A slothful man is compared to the filth of a dunghill. Every man that takes it up will shake his hand. So a slothful man is what? Compared to a filthy stone. Everyone will hiss their hand or hiss him out to his disgrace. When you ain't putting in work, the people don't want to see you. They don't want to deal with you. They already shaking their head and sucking their teeth when they see that lazy person laying on the couch, don't want to get up and put no work in. They always laying down there in front of a TV or a phone. And as soon as you see them, you're shaking your head. You're sucking your teeth. All they want to do is lay on their head. They don't want to put no work in. That's what the Lord compared to a slothful man. He ain't taking care of his family. He don't care what's going on. So you'll be compared to a filthy stone. It says slothful man is compared to the filth of a dunghill. You see a cow or a horse trapped in the middle of the street. Ain't nobody trying to stick their hand in or stick their hand down to help pull them up or pick it up. That's the same way they look at a lazy man. Ain't nobody reaching their hand out trying to pick him up. Because that's disgusting, that's filthy when a man don't want to put no work in. You got to put in work. That's the whole point of this lesson. You can't be slothful in these last days. You got to be putting in work for the Lord. You want redemption, you want change in your life, you got to be putting in work. Understand that. Go ahead.
All right, change is not going to fall in your lap. Like you say, you got to put in the work.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest.
All right. So when you do it with all thy might, whatever you're doing, you put in work for the Lord. They saying don't have this. Go 100%. Don't go 30%, 40%. Put both your feet in there, like when they said, you put your foot in it. You put your foot in no collard green. That's what you have to do. Go all the way for the Lord. Why? Because the Lord went all the way for us.
That ain't just biblical. You know, when you at your job, when you in school, whatever you do in life, what did it say? Do it with thy might. Trying to teach, do it with thy might. You going to work, do it with thy might. You building something, do it with thy might. You looking out for folks, for families. You rebuilding, restoring a nation, do it with thy might. Regardless. Rain, sleet, or snow. Regardless of what's going on. Go ahead. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 18. In everything, give thanks. For this is the will of God in Jesus Christ concerning you. So in everything you do, give thanks to the Lord. You got an opportunity to wake up, to be amongst each other, to see the sun in the sky, the cloud, to feel the breeze outside, to have your health, to be able to stand up and walk, to have a roof over your head, to be able to read, to have a car to drive, a job to go to be able to eat and feed yourself and your family. Be thankful at all times while putting in work. Whether you're at a lower state or a higher state, you always got to be putting in work for the Lord. But in that process, we got to be thankful. That's the will of the Lord. Be thankful. Be grateful. In America, they don't teach you that. They just say, get it while you can. Live while you can. You only live once. Do what you want to do. But the message of the Bible is put in work for the Lord and be grateful while doing it.
Set an alarm clock, 8 o'clock, and then alarm clock woke you up. You don't think that, okay, the Most High woke me up. You know, so you always have to give thanks if you can leave home, get to work, leave work, get back home safely, you have to give thanks in everything. Yeah.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do in the same land whither you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgment, so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
Right. In this land where we are right now, we got these statutes, laws, and commandments that we have to commit, that we have to keep, that our light shine by keeping them. And people will say, who are these people that were given these commandments? These people were and are the Israelites. That's right. Only people that have these statutes and commandments. No matter where everybody thinks that all have these commandments, and for a particular group of people, what they call the 12 tribes, the Israelites.
You gotta stick to your own. You gotta put in work for your own folks.
Tell me something about 144,000, brother.
Hopefully, Lord willing, we part of it.
Good enough. I'll see you later.